Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Week Link. This time I'm coming to you from high atop the ceiling area of the sanctuary. You'll see behind me the cross, and last week we talked about peace, and we used two objects to demonstrate peace that God has used in our lives. One of those, in the cross, is that there was a wall that separated us from God by our sin. And Jesus came through that cross and broke that wall to pieces and destroyed it so we can be in right relationship with God, so that we could have access. No matter where we go, no matter what we do, we are in the very presence of God. Just like when Jesus died and there was that curtain that hung before the Holy of Holies, it was destroyed. That wall has been destroyed so that we can be in the very presence of God all the time. There was another wall that literally separated the Gentile people, the non-Jewish people, from the inner courts of the temple. And Jesus came also to destroy that wall and break it to pieces so that all people can be in right relationship. We've spent a lot of time this year talking about being peacemakers and being in right relationship with one another. So the object of the cross has destroyed these two walls. We are in right relationship with God, and we are in right relationship with one another. So we have peace with God because the wall has been destroyed between us and Him. We have peace with one another so that we can be in peace with fellow human beings. But we also need a peace within our souls, a peace that resides deep down inside of us. So the other object we used to talk about that kind of peace was this puzzle. If you recall, I told a story about a guy named Alan who put this puzzle together at a very difficult time in his life and noticed that there was a piece missing in this puzzle. But it was based on a story that I'd once told about and given him this actual piece right here of this puzzle and told him that God was always in control and He was the one that puts the pieces of our puzzle together. And so as we celebrate Christmas and we talk about peace, we realize that we have peace with God. We have access to the Father all the time. We can have peace with one another. Those relationships can be restored. And we can have peace within our souls when we know that God is firmly in control of our lives. This week we're going to talk about joy. And we're not going to use objects to talk about joy. We're actually going to look at an old Christmas song, Silent Night. It's a great story about how something that was broken turned into something that was beautiful and gave us this song that we've been singing for years and years in the church and as we celebrate the birth of Christ. And God can take the broken things. Like the night that Mary and Joseph went to the stable and things were broken. They couldn't get into the inn and they had to stay in a stable in a manger. And it was broken, and yet God's light shone through. And God took that broken thing and made it into something beautiful, something that was restored our souls. So God can take your life, even if it's broken. And that might be the time that He wants to take it, make it beautiful, and make it shine for His glory, just like that star in Bethlehem. So we'll look at Silent Night and realize that God can take the broken things and make them beautiful once again. We'll see you on Sunday.